Good morning, all of you. This is the Dr. Dagala Venkateswara Rao, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce. My dear students, presently I would like to explain GST, Goods and Services Tax 2017. This word well known in 2017. Indirect taxes fall under both the central and the state governments according to specific type of indirect tax. Here, why GST in India? First, GST introduced in the world France country. This France country introduced the goods and services tax. Why goods and services tax are introduced in India? Present government of India concentration goods and services tax. Why? Most of the Indians think goods and service tax. Why to pay the goods and service tax? In India, the tax system classification two categories. One is direct tax, second one is indirect tax. Direct tax separate, indirect tax separate. Direct tax example, good example in direct tax, income tax. Indirect tax example, goods and service tax and excise tax. Goods and service tax 2017 before in India, indirect taxes, several indirect taxes are there. Direct tax means the tax bearing direct to the customer. It means taxpayer bear it. Indirect tax not directly bear it. It is the indirect tax. It means the tax burden not transferred to others is called as a direct tax. Indirect tax here, the tax burden transferred to another person. Okay, so first manufacturing company tax paid, indirect tax, and then after the consumer purchase of the goods or services, then burden is over. So here, so the consumer time to time pay to the tax. Several taxes burden on taxpayer in India. After a keen observation by the central government of India, goods and service tax is the introduced in 2017. One tax, one plan slogan is there. The Narendra Modi ji first priority given to goods and service tax. So here, indirect taxes fall under the both central and state governments according to specific type of indirect tax. Article 265, Article 246 says that the nation compulsory charged the tax. It is the duty of the Indian people. So here, the indirect tax are taught to to be streamlined following the introduction of the Uniform Goods and Services Tax. The GST is under deliberation in the Parliament and may be approved by the mid 2016. The points below will help you understand more about the types of indirect taxes and where they are applicable from the consumer perspective. So here consumer is the god. The consumer not pay the different or several taxes in India. So here, and the second slide is several committees of the GST. The government of India, after examination, the formed GST committees in India. Various studies were carried out before the implementation of GST on how it will work and benefit the Indian economy. The central government of India positive thinking and positive thing government side benefit, and at the same time consumer also advantage is the most important. The central government of India is priority given to the customer benefit is the most important. Customer not a burden feel, not felt that burden. So one tax, one plan, one India slogan introduced by the central government of India. GST, the priority given by the central government of India. So here, the central government of India consider consumer benefit is the most important. The consumer cannot pay one product or one service or more taxes. That is a very, very serious problem. One goods purchased one customer, only one time tax paid only. So and before GST, one product and more taxes are paid to the government. Okay, so here Dr. R. Vasanta Gopal 2011 stated economy, and Ejizam Ahmad and Sacha Potter 2019 also indicated that GST would lead to increase in output and the production of efficiency of Indian economy. And the benefits depends upon the design of the GST rates. Vinod Kumar 2017 also stated that GST would be a benefit for the need and consumer, as the GST will reduce the overall tax burden on goods and services in the country. And the first slide, there will be three kinds of applicable goods and services taxes. There are, one is CGST, and the second one is SGST, and the third one is IGST. So here the central government of India classification three categories. CGST. What is the meaning of the CGST? Central Goods Services Tax, where the central government will collect the revenue. CGST related to central government of India. The central government of India control the CGST and collect the revenue from the Indian people. This amount sent to CGST. And second one is SGST, where the state governments will collect the revenue for the intra-state scales. So here the state government of India also collect the revenue from the state people, intra-state sales like this. This collect the amount to the state government. And IGST, it means integrated goods and services tax. So here central government CGST also involved and the state government GST also involved. Both of you involved the IGST, where the central government will raise the revenue per interstate sales. So these three CGST and SGST, IGST rates also given by central government of India. One apex body is there, and this control system in the central government of India. And now I picked the slide is there. GST general advantages. So most of the common people, there is no particular awareness in the GST general advantages. You are the common student. You are the common students. You give the awareness in the society, and you learn advantages. First one is GST is a transparent tax and also reduce the number of the indirect taxes. So here GST is the transparent. What is the transparent? Transparent means one tax, one plan in India. If you are purchasing any product in the state of Andhra Pradesh or Gujarat or Kerala or Karnataka, anywhere, if you have the purchase a tax, the GST rate is the same. So if you are purchasing any product anywhere in the India, any corner place, the GST is the same. So that is the advantages of the consumer. Consumer, there is no loss of the amount, there is no fraud. The manufacturing holders, there is no fraud. It is a transparent. It is a transparent of the GST. Very good advantages for consumer. GST will not be the cost to register retailers. Therefore, will be on no hidden taxes, and the cost of the doing business will be lower. GST will not be cost by register retailers. Therefore, no hidden taxes. There is no hidden taxes. It means that there is no other taxes. So third one is benefit people as a prices will come down, which in turn will help the companies as a consumption will increase. In the same way, it is a benefit to the company. The consumers attract the prices. It means GST involved the prices also. Low prices available to the customer. The customer purchase the quantity of the products. Heavy quantity of products, then automatically consumption also increase. The consumptions also increase. The production also produced heavily. So it is the benefit of the company, and the same time customer also benefit. It is the advantage of the customer. And the fourth one is, there is no doubt that in the production and the distribution of the goods and services are increasingly used or consumed and the vice versa. And fifth one, separate taxes for goods and services, which is the present taxation system, requires division of transaction values into the values of the goods and services for taxation, leading to greater complications, administrations, including compliance costs. So it is a very important fifth one advantages. And the sixth one, in the GST system, when all the taxes are integrated, it would make possible the taxation burden to the split equity between manufacturing and services. it is the balance of the GST. It is the priority given the company, manufacturing industries, and the customers also. And GST will be levied only on the final destination of consumption based on the VAT. VAT means the value added tax. This principle are not at various points from manufacturing to retail outlets. This will help in removing economy distortions and bring about development of the common national market. So GST advantages: a platform prepared common national market. You go anywhere, one market. You go anywhere, one price. In India, anywhere, any corner, only one price system is there. So that is the advantage of the customer. And the seventh slide, GST will also help to build a transparent and corruption-free tax administration. There is no corruption. Several taxes available, that's time a corruption also is there. GST advantages helps to the people or Indian consumers. One price system involved in India, there is no corruption. Free tax administration is there. There is no fraud, there is no loss. The consumer benefit, the customer benefit, and the government of India also benefit, and the manufacturing company also benefit. It is a transparent manner. Students, please concentration GST, remove the corruption in the pre-tax administration in India. It is a very important, it is a very clear. The government of India as a rapidly development depends upon this, there is no corruption. Without corruption, the speed development is also there. Corruption is also there, the development is not there. So it's a clear corruption pre-tax administration is the most important in India. The central government of India also given the priority corruption pre-tax administration through general advantage of the GST. So the first priority given to GST, and presently a tax is levied on when a finished product moves out from the factory, which is paid by the manufacturer, and it is again levied at a retail outlet when sold. So here, presently a tax is levied and when a finished product moves out from the factory, which is paid by the manufacturer, and it is again levied at the retail outlet when sold. GST is backed by the GSTN, which is a fully integrated tax platform to deal with all aspects of GST, goods and services, technology and network. And some economists says that GST in India would impact negatively on the real estate market. So here, one of the disadvantages is also there. One of the disadvantages are also there. Some economists, some people, some economist persons accordingly says that GST in India would impact negatively on the real estate market. Real estate market also fall down through GST. It would add up to 8% of the cost of the new homes and reduce the demand by the about 12%. And the second disadvantage, some experts says that CGST, central GST, SGST are nothing but New names for the central excise and service tax are VAT and CST. Hence, there is a no major reduction in the number of taxpayers. So, real estate and some negatives also there, but there is no impact in India. Some retail products currently have only 4% tax on them. After GST, governments and the class could become more expensive. Yes, some retail products currently have only 4% tax of them. After GST, garments and ready-made products and ready-made clothes and could become more expensively. And the aviation industry would be affected. Service taxes and airfares currently range from the 6 to 9%. With the GST, this rate will surpass 15% and effectively double the tax rate. Adoption and the migration to the new GST system would involve the teething troubles and learning from the entire ecosystem. Rates and taxes of GST. The GST Council has pitted over 1,300 goods and 500 services and 4 tax slabs of 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28% under the GST. This is a side the tax on gold that is kept at 3% only. And rough precious and semi-precious stone and are placed at a special rate of 0.25% under the GST. Diamonds, stones like this only charged on 0.25% only. So here the students concentration let me continue now. So power has gone and power is coming now. And next 5 slides also continue here like this on the 12th slide also completed and 13 slide also you see now and observe my dear students and exempted from GST rate slab, no tax goods. So you keenly observe here, observation here, 7% of the goods and services fall under this category. Some of these that are of regular consumption include fresh fruits and vegetables, milk, buttermilk, curd, natural honey, flour, besan, bread, all kinds of salt jaggery, whole cereal grains, and fresh meat, fish, chicken, eggs, along with the wind, sindoor, kajal, bangals, and drawing and coloring, books, stamps, judicial papers also, printed books, newspaper, jute, and handloom, hotels and restaurants, lodges with a tariff below INR and 1,000 rupees and so on. Only 7% of goods services and fall this category. And the 14th slide, 5% GST rate slab. 14% of the goods and services, only 5% GST. Fall under this category. Some of these include apparel below INR 1,000 and footwear below INR 500. Packaged food items, cream, skimmed milk powder, banded, paneer, frozen vegetables, coffee, tea, spices, pizza, bread, rusk, and cashew nuts, cashew nut in shell, or rice in ice, fish fillet, and kerosene coal, medicine, agarabatti, and sticks, postage or revenue stamps, fertilizers, rail and economy classes, all air tickets and small restaurants, so on. 5% GST rate. And on the 15th slide, you can see now 12% GST rate slabs. Edibles like frozen meat products, butter, cheese, ghee, dry fruits, and packaged from only 12%. And animal fat sells fruits, juice, namkin, ketchup, and sauces, Ayurvedic medicines also only 12%. All diagnostic kits and reagents, cell phones, spoons, and forks, tooth powder, umbrella, sewing machine, spectacles, indoor games, lights, playing cards, chess, board, carom board, lords, apparels above INR 1000. Non-AC restaurants, business, class air ticket, state-run lottery, work contracts, and so on attract at a 12% GST. 17% of the goods and services fall under this category. And 18% GST slab. 43% of the goods and services fall under this category. Pasta, biscuit, corn flakes, pastries and cakes, preserved vegetables, jam, soups, ice creams, mayonnaise, mixed condiments, and sea goods, mineral water, footwear costing more than INR 500, camera, speakers, monitors only 18% GST. 18% GST slab, printers, electrical transformers, optical fiber tissues, sanitary napkins, notebooks, steel products, hand gear and its parts, aluminium, foil, bamboo furniture, AC restaurants that save the liquor, restaurants in 5-star hotels and the luxury hotels, telecom services, its services are branded, garments and financial services and so on attract the 18% GST. No tax, zero goods. My dear students, you can observe no tax or 0% tax goods. No tax will be imposed on items like jute, fresh meat, fish, chicken, eggs, milk, buttermilk, curd, natural honey, fresh fruits and vegetables, handlooms, bones and horn costs, bone grist, bone meal, etc. whole. So this type of Kajal children picture, this type of goods also zero tax. There is no tax on customers or goods and services. And stones GST, rough, precious and semi-precious stones will attract the GST rate of 0.25%, admission to the protect the monuments 0.25%, and rough industrials diamonds includes unsorted rough diamonds to face 0.25% instead of the 3% GST. 5% goods and services items such as a fish fillet, apparel below Rs 1000 rupees, packaged food items, footwear సంబంధించిన వస్తువులు, biogas, insulin, agarbatti kits, postage, revenue stamps like this. There is a 5% GST. My dear students, you keen observation, advantages and disadvantages of GST. GST awareness is the most important. In future, more jobs are created by the GST system. Direct tax, indirect tax, both taxes are involved central government of India. So indirect tax involved created the more jobs to the students. Particularly you are completed MCom, so then you are joined the GST system process jobs also created in India. 3 lakhs jobs also created by GST Act. So, my dear students, concentration on GST awareness. Particularly, you are saying that anywhere in India, any corner, you are working anywhere in India, the GST awareness is the most important in your future. Okay, thank you, Vanda.